Okay, so let's do a few halachot. Number one, regarding lulav etrog. Ukachtem lachem bayom harishon peri etz hadat. You have to take for you on the first day the wonderful, beautiful etrog. And so lachem is the word here. It has to be for you. And so we know what this means. What? It has to belong to you. Lulav and etrog on the first day of the holiday has to belong to you. You cannot borrow someone's lulav and etrog on the first day of the holiday. You can borrow lulav and etrog for the other days of the holiday because that's only midrabanan. For the first day of the holiday, it has to actually belong to you. Why am I saying this halacha? Because how many of us, we buy the lulav etrog and we share with the family? We buy one, we don't want to spend a lot of money. We buy one, we share with the brother-in-law, the son-in-law. Everyone has to have their own lulav and etrog for the first day of the holiday. If you want to give it to the person to use as a matana, you have to give it to them as a matana gemura. It has to literally say, this is a complete gift. This is yours for the first day of the holiday. Not, you can borrow mine. That doesn't do anybody any good for the first day. What if you have two guys? What if you have, let's say, your son is coming for the holiday, and so you want to buy one lulav etrog, be partners in it, half-half. If you're partners in lulav and etrog for the first day of the holiday, none of you get the mitzvah. None of you. You have to have full ownership of lulav etrog for the first day of the holiday. And so therefore it's very important that we either buy each person one or we give a complete matana. This is completely yours, and then they shake with it. That's number one.
You have to use yours first, right?
Huh?
You have to use yours first.
No, you don't have to use it first. No, you can, matana, minat la'achzir works. You can give it to them, matana, they give it back to you, and then you can use it. That's okay. You don't have to go first. Okay, now, listen to this halakha. This is an interesting one. I think Chacham Ovadia brings it here. Tav. Moshe Salam, you listening to this one?
I'm listening. Just tuned in.
Listen to this. Chacham Ovadia. יש מי שאומר שהקונה לולב ואתרוג קודם יום טוב בהקפה. Some say that if you buy the lulav etrog but you didn't pay for it yet.
Credit. You get
Just like you signed up for the Shaarey Yerushalayim lulav etrog, but you didn't send the zel before the holiday. ולא שילם דמיהם קודם החג, and you didn't pay for it. אף על פי שמשך אותם אליו, even though you picked it up on the holiday with a kinyan to make it yours. מכל מקום לא יצא ידי חובה מן התורה. On the first day of the holiday, it has to belong to you, which means you got to pay.
But it's only Yeshomrim.
If you give a check, you
a check is considered a payment. It didn't leave your account yet.
An
but
account is not considered payment?
It's on your bill.
Yeah, okay.
You didn't pay for it. So some people say...
One account is a commitment. A check, you gave the payment. Whether the bank processed or not, you did your part.
Yeah, 100%.
You concluded the transaction.
Credit card is payment. That's payment. Even though now you have to pay. You borrowed from someone else to make that payment, but that's a payment.
Still a bill.
I hear the door. I hear the door.
A bill is not a bill. What's a bill?
Credit card bill, credit card payment.
No, you have to pay the credit card company.
Okay.
But that's between you and them now. But your transaction with the shul is finished. You paid in full. They got, what do you mean? They got their money from a Visa.
It's almost like, what if you have an overdraft protection on your bank account? You still paid.
Yeah, it's done. The shul is done.
Yeah,
you got to work that with them. Ki devad Torah ma'ot konot. And therefore, it says, "V'rak hachamim tiknu hakna'a b'meshicha." It's rabbinic that you can pick something up and it becomes yours. But paying for something with money is from the Torah. Aval minot Torah einam shelo. V'lechen lo yaseh le'achmato. V'rabim halku alav. Most people argue with this halakha.
I go with the Cholkim. Anyway,
I thought he was the treasurer. He's gonna want the money.
No, because a transactional kinyan takes two sides. If I'm the seller and I agree with it, I concluded it.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Good morning, David.
Where was the world during the Holocaust? Where were they then?
We don't know. I'll get you tomorrow. God willing.
There was no outcry then, right?
Good question. Okay, so anyway, the halakha l'ma'aseh doesn't follow this. Halakha l'ma'aseh, if you didn't pay, it's still yours. It's okay. This is one opinion that if you want to be extra strict, because
whose opinion is that?
I click on the bottom. It is the Mahaneh Ephraim.
It's an opinion that benefits the shul.
It's good for the shul. Very good for the shul.
It's a good opinion for shul.
Pay for the lulav. You want to be hoshesh to chol adiyot, pay for it beforehand and make it completely yours. That's one. Okay, next. Next halakha regarding lulav etrog. Hazon Ovadia Shin Mem Bet. Let's read this to everybody. It says Hacham Ovadia Alav Shalom. Mitzvah min hamuvhad le'egod halulav bekesher gamur. The best mitzvah is to tie the lulav with a knot that's going to stay. What's a permanent knot? What's called a permanent knot halachically? A double knot. A double knot. Dahainu b'shnei kesharim. A double knot is the best. You take lulav etrog. Yeah. The holder? Nah. Get rid of the holder.
Yeah.
The holder that it comes in. Get rid of it. Throw it out. You take it out of the holder, lulav etrog, put it on the actual spine of the lulav.
No rubber bands.
Tie it with a double knot.
Are you allowed to tie it with the string? Because all we're doing is we're using like from the tree, and they fall apart even with the.
So the best thing is to tie it with itself, with its own item. This way, nothing is a chotzias between you and the lulav etrog. Because if you have a rubber band or a string, your hands are not fully touching the lulav etrog. You're touching a rubber band now. So, or you put it in a place where you don't touch.
Yeah.
But the best.
It on top and you
Yeah, but the best way is to use the actual leaves spot.
They don't know
See,
the way.
no, you could do it if you make it very thin. Make it very thin.
Together. Just put
You
the
have
two together.
no, the egod. It's good. It's mitzvah to tie. Gemara says it's mitzvah to tie. The egod. Yeah, it's agudat. You're supposed to tie it. No, you want to tie it.
Maybe
Two
only
knots.
the love.
Huh?
Maybe only
This-
the love is
The
the.
lulav together with the other two.
The tying is the love to make sure it stays closed.
No. It's definitely better to tie all the meaning together for sure. Two knots, one on top of each other. Hadas ve'arava ve'lasot ishloshtam agudai hat, to make them all three really one unit. Benotel olav bimino. Okay, now says Acham Ovadia, if you, and this is not only him, I mean everybody says this. Im shachach le'egod telulav im hadas ve'arava be'erev yom tov. If you didn't tie your lulav and etrog before the holiday, like they do over here, nobody even gets to lulav and etrog until the holiday. Really, I would recommend getting it before. But if you come after Hamidah on the holiday itself, where's my lulav? Where's my etrog? You can make a double knot on Yom Tov. You're not allowed to make a double knot on Yom Tov. So now you're already on Plan B. אם שכח לאגוד את הלולב מהדס וערבה בערב יום טוב, ונזכר ביום טוב, אפשר לאוגדם ביום טוב קשר גמור. You can't do it anymore. אלא כורחם וקושרם בעניבה. Now you just gotta make like a shoelace. You tie it like with a bow. It's still better than the holder. The holder should be gone. Yeah, the holder is Ashkenaz. Yeah. So again, if you want to grab your lulav etrog before the holiday, tie it with two knots. The best. If you want to not do that, make a bow, one knot, and then a bow on top of it. Either way, get rid of the holder. Now, can you make what? The rings. Chacham Ovadia says the rings are not so good. Chacham Ovadia over here says, he brings an opinion. He says, "Katav le'a'il ama sherabim noagim shetolashim aleh min halulav vekorchim oto saviv gimel aminim vetohabim rosh ha'aleh ha'aleh rosh ha'aleh betocha igul hakaruch." A lot of people, they do this. They slip it's like a slip knot they tie around the ring. אבל באמת שמצווה מן המובחר לעשות כמה שכתוב בשולחן ערוך, שמצווה לאוגדו בשני קשרים. So the little ring move, when I was a kid, I was trying to figure out how to do that. I never figured it out, even now. A little bit. You can rip it out of your own lulav, yeah. On Yom Tov, you can rip the leaf, however you call it, the spine. You can rip it off the lulav, but doing that little ring move where you tie it around and you slip it through is not best. It's better to tie it. You want it to be staying together.
So you need to make them very
On Yom Tov?
slits like this. And,
You want to tie it with the actual, no, I'm saying don't do the slip. They make the rings where it turns around and you slip through. And he says over here, brings a shita that it's not the best.
How would you tie it?
Mamash, like this, like tie it. Yeah. Like actual ties, that's what I'm like more than shoes. A double knot. 1, 2. If you peel your thing really thin, you can do it. Like that, 2. Now, the seder of tying them, according to the Mikubalim, again, every year we get a little bit more better in this Beit Knesset. Yeah? We're going to try to be a little more Sephardic and not Ashkenaz.
Did we tell you how many knots?
That sound good? No, not now.
You didn't say that?
I'm sure they get into it, but I didn't choose that for now. Now, Hasez Acham David Yosef. Again, Nachon yoter sheyegod et lulav me'erev Yom Tov. This is something that we don't do over here mostly. It's best to do it before Yom Tov. Okay. Vezeu seder agidat lulav al pi da'at rabotinu hamikubalim. This is the proper way to arrange your lulav according to the mikubalim. Yaniach lulav ve'adasim ve'arabot v'tikeder kidalatam. First of all, they all have to be the way they grow. So the roots to the bottom and the way they grow to the top. Then shirosham kelepe mala ve'ikaram dahainu hamakom shebo niksesu min ha'etz kelepe mata. Wherever they were cut from the ground should be on the bottom.
Say again, wherever they cut.
Wherever it was cut from the ground is on the bottom.
That's how we always hold it.
Yeah, that's fine. Now, but this is going to be different. Now, the spine, that green spine, rectangle spine should be facing you, not facing everybody else. Not the Mikubalim hold not to put the hadasim on the right and the aravot on the left. So one hadas on the right, one on the center, on top of the spine, one on the left, and then the aravot, one on the right, one on the left. And that to tie with two knots, like we said, with the actual lulav itself, one on top of another. And in Yom Tov you can't do that. And you should do it a few places, so that it should be very, very, very tight. Again, the Ashkenazim, when they do Hoshanot, I think bedafka, they want to shake the top of it. Bedafka, we don't have shakes. And our lulav should be tight, because we hold really, it should be one. Agudah hat, one.
When they do it sometimes, the top could open.
They do it on purpose. I believe. I don't know all
The second day
Ashkenazim.
maybe, not the first day. Yeah.
I know. You see the Ashkenazim when they shake it, they try to make that shaking sound, like on the top. ויש מהאשכנזים שנוהגים לקושרם כאשר הדסים מימין הלולב והערבות מסעולה. There are Ashkenazim who put the hadasim on the right and then the ערבות ברבות. ויש מהאשכנזים שנהגו לעשות סלסילה כאילו מעל לולב. That's the holder, right? There are Ashkenazim who do a braided holder around the lulav. ומכניסים לולב לתוכה ומניחים הדסים מן הלולב והערבות מסעולה. And they put the lulav in the middle, the hadasim and the ערבות in the holder. אבל מנהג הספרדים לעשות הקשירה כמו שנתפעל לעיל. Do like we said before. Don't have to do the Ashkenaz way. Oh, thank you so much, Esther. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shekol niyeh b'ro. ויזהר שתהיה שדרתו של לולב יוצא טפח אחד מעל ההדסים והערבות. You should make sure the lulav sticks out on top past the hadasim and the arabot. So if you have a short lulav and your hadasim and arabot are almost the same length as your lulav, you got to push down your hadasim and your arabot, because you want the top of the lulav should be just the lulav. Yeah, Moshe?
It means that you're holding the lulav.
Huh?
So when you're holding the lulav, should you with the arabot and hadasim together? Or
Yeah.
should it be like
Together.
one tefah that you're holding only the lulav and then the arabot?
No, together. Your hands, you want your hands on all the arba'at aminim.
I thought the hadasim had to be one tefa above the arabot.
On the bottom, you're saying? Or sticking out on top?
On the top.
Yeah, the hadasim on top. I don't think it's me'akev. I don't think that's me'akev. I think it's a humrah. But your actual hand, for us, is very simple. We want our hand to touch the mitzvah.
Okay.
So get rid of the holders, get rid of this, get rid of that. Touch all four meaning. Even when we do the Hoshanot, we want to touch all the four meaning. Moshe, what were you saying?
That's the
I was asking because the
Yeah.
chiddush for me was
Not with one
that
hand.
Yeah.
we usually put the lulav in the middle, let's say aravot on one side, hadasim on the other side. But now, if I understand correctly, split the hadasim, put one on the right, one on the left, split
One in the
lulav,
middle.
There's three
one on
hadasim.
the right, one on the left.
Yeah, one hadas on the right, one on the left, one in the middle, on top of the spine, one arava on the right. This is going to take preparation. This is not going to. If you want to fulfill these halachot the right way, it's not going to come pick up the lulav after the amidah and think you're going to be good to go.
Also, I think it would be better if
You got
buy
them?
extra arabot and
Hadasim.
You get dry.
Yeah, they get dry. Yeah, we're going to get more harabot for Hoshana Rabbah, but you're right.
It's not the same.
Yeah, hadasim, we don't usually get more.
Shouldn't use them.
Now, we mentioned derech gedilatam, yeah? Gedilatam.
Yes, okay.
You always have to hold the lulav and etrog the way they grow on the tree, which means the roots to the bottom. So when we do the Hoshanot, one of the Hoshanot is down. Yeah? You don't want to point the lulav down, because then you're putting the top on the bottom. You need to put your hands down like this. Because you always, even during the Hoshanot,
Yeah.
when you do down, you don't want to lean like the Ashkenazim I see do it. Because again, it's always derech dilatam, so that's why you want to go.
You're talking about the
Hoshana. Shana, the Hoshanot.
Yeah, so we metaltelim with the always upwards position, derech gedilatam.
Always, even when you go down.
Okay.
Another thing about the Hoshanot, says the Chacham Ovadia, can you do the next thing? You promise to do the next thing, Moshe?
Yeah.
You promise?
That's it. No, I don't promise. I don't sign before I know what it is, but I promise to listen.
when you כשמנענע בהלל ואנה עמוני הושי צריך להיזהר יהושע בהושענות באנה השם הושיענה צריך להיזהר שלא ינשום באמצע תיבת הושיעה. Don't breathe in the middle of a word. מה שאנחנו מדברים תמיד. We don't breathe. We don't break up the words, right? We don't say, no matter what the tune is. If someone's going to break up the word, get him out of here. One word. Hoshia. Not ho. She. By the way, it's too late. Next year, the same thing goes by Adir v'naod bo. How many times it says bo?
I also say quiet and go over there.
Yeah, and lo is the worst one to break up like that. Chacham Ovadia says, how does it go, Yaakov? Lovesh tzedakot. If you say lo, then you're saying lovesh tzedakot. He is not the best. Lovesh. Has v'shalom. Yeah, this is what we're talking about. You're breaking up the words. Mazeh. We don't break up the words. So when we say Hoshiana, Shekol HaTeva, the Moroccans can do whatever the Moroccans want to do. I don't know what to tell you. Kol HaTeva נחלקת מאבדת משמעותה, ולכן נמהל לשים נענועו באופן שאומר את כל התיבה כדרכה. So we have to make sure when we do it, Hoshia. And when we do Hashem's name, we don't do anything. Yeah, that.
If you want it to happen,
it's kasher, but it's not so. Mishaneh tatzot. Chacham Ovadia writes by the laws of Kohanim. He says when the Hazan is makri the Kohanim, don't do vihoneka. Don't do this. Don't do this. He says vihoneka. Finish the words. Moshe, what are you saying?
if you want it to happen in regards
He's busy
to
today, huh?
Shalom,
Yeah.
you have to be machriz before, and somebody has to lead the tune until the Kahal will adapt.
So I'm usually the Hazan.
Because people are doing it for years, it will take them forever.
Every year I try for the past, I don't know how many
No,
years.
but it has to be
Also,
announced in advance.
Oh, did the dashes.
So
Yeah,
you
no.
have to split it.
Yeah, you're right. It's no good.
It has to be announced
They-
in advance.
in the
People
Siddur-
don't
They
understand.
split.
They split it into three because there's three different. Ho, she, but it's one word. When you listen to me do it, when I usually do a Hallel in the Sukkot morning, I do try to do it loud. Ho, and also what's the Yerushalmi tune? Because the Syrian tune's a little differently. The one I just did is our tune. Ho, she, What is the Yerushalmi tune? Moshe. Yeshua, what's the tune? Shalani.
Ana Shem.
Ana, תעשה את זה. Hoshia. That little thing is halabi, right?
I think the tune actually makes a little bit of confusion. Because the tune's like
Oh.
you're stretching the word.
Yeah.
Oh,
She. But they're doing that because you want three for each sound, right? Last one, Rabotai. When it comes to women doing the Hoshanot. So the Ben Ish Hai writes as follows. The Ben Ish Hai writes, Afapi she'anashim pitur. But let's just start with the basics. The women are not obligated in lulav and etrog. And if women want to do lulav and etrog, they can shake, but they cannot make a beracha. Because how could they say, they commanded me to shake lulav. No one commanded you to shake lulav, right? You want to shake it? Shake it, but you don't have to. Says the Ben Ish Hai, אף על פי שהנשים פטורות במצוות לולב, even though women don't have to do lulav. יכולות ליטול לולב, they could do it. ומקבלות שכר, and they get some reward for shaking even though it's not their mitzvah. מכל מקום, לא יאות להן לעשות הנענועים בהולכה והובאה עד החזה כמו שעושים האנשים, says Ibn Ish Chai. It's not proper for the women to do the hoshanot. Oh, this all around, all the sides. Why? ולכן בביתי, in my house, says Ibn Ish Chai, הגם שהנשים נוטלות את הלולב. His daughters shook the lulav, אין אני מניח אותן לעשות הנענועים בהולה. Is it נענועים or נענועים, כן? נענועים. את הנענועים כהולכה והובאה אל החזה כאשר אנחנו עושים. I don't let my daughters do all this. No, here's the reason. אלא רק נוטלות הלולב בידיהם בלבד. Why? He says in the bottom, על פי הזוהר, שהלולב הווה מענה דקרבה, it's a weapon. According to the Zohar, the lulav is like a rifle, it's a weapon, it's a sword. We're going to kill all the mekatrigim and the mastinim aleinu. And the women don't have halakha of going to war. Lo tetzei isha lemilchama b'chlei zayan. The women don't have weapons. And so this is a battle for the men to go fight with the Satan. We have more things we have to fight with Satan about. Women are already better than us. And so we'll go out there and slaughter the Satan on all sides. But the women says no. Shenemar lo yeh keligeber al isha lachen nimnaot me'an'noim and it's better not to do it. Just they can pick it up with daibazeh. And so women
not to do it. But
yeah, don't have. No, I'm not going to punish for doing it. It's just like tashlich.
You just hold it. That's it. They don't do
That's it. If they want to do it, they can hold it 3 times. But just like tashlich. You know how many girls ask me, tashlich, should I go to the ocean? I say, you don't have to do tashlich. In fact, Chacham just says, Sheva ta'asi adif. It's better you don't do tashlich. Because tashlich is something, us men, we have things we have to figure out with the satan. We make different avonot, we have alpi kabbalah, we have to do certain tikkunim. The women don't have these tikkunim to do. The women have something else, they have a different job. So you want to go punch our card and go fight our battle in court. It's not even your problem to deal with, it's for us. So, these days, there's no more differences between men and women, but there really should be. Did I get to all the main halachot I want to do? I think so. And so therefore, Yariv is sponsoring to reach out to our lulav etrog provider to try to get them today.
I just need his number.
I'll send you his number. I don't have them yet. This year I'm scrambling. It's so tired and so late.
When are you going to get them?
Yariv is the new guy. Yariv is gonna, as soon as I get him his number, Yariv's going to reach out to him and we'll try to get a lulav etrog.
I do it every year.
I know you do.
What about the other
I do it
ones?
every year.
Huh?
What about
bring it today.
the other ones?
I'm gonna arrange it, and then we'll try to tie it with 2 knots before, and do it the right way, like the Sefaradim, and then Hoshanot the right way. Remember all the halachot. We'll do more as the holiday goes.